Hello and welcome to NPR's Car Talk with us, Click and Clack the Tappert Brothers, and we're broadcasting this week from the Rhett Butler Center for Sensitive Men here among the Magnolias. How did he say that? Frankly?
Frankly, my dear, I don't care. He's supposed to be more sensitive now.
Yes.
If Rhett Butler were around in the 90s or the 80s or the T-Group 60s and 70s, he would never say, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. He'd say, I beg your pardon?
Well, it's
but
obvious.
that's when men were men, when ships were made of wood and men were made of wood, too.
Steel.
Oh, is that it?
If you have a question about your car, you can call us at 1-800-332-9287. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hi, this is Pat from Millador.
Hi.
I want to say that I really enjoy your program.
You're from what?
Millador.
What's that?
Well, you say it like Celador.
Celador.
Yeah,
What
Millador.
state of the country is that?
Wisconsin.
Oh, of
Oh, I
course.
should have known that.
Yeah.
All right, Thomas, name 3 other cities in Wisconsin besides Millador.
Okay, Madison,
That's good. Dolly.
Dolly Madison, Milwaukee,
Right.
the beer that
And give
made
another
Mill Famey Walkus.
Right.
And that's it. And Millador. There are
Ma-
only 3 cities in Wisconsin.
And where the Edmund Fitzgerald went down. Where was that?
Ooh.
Lake Superior. Racine.
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay, so what's up, Pat?
Well, I have a question about my 88 Ford F-150 pickup.
Yeah.
It's real unstable on the ice and snowy weather we have
No
here.
kidding.
Yeah. Is there anything I can do to make it more stable?
Are there any cows out there in Millador?
Put one in the
Put
back.
one
right?
in the back, and after about a week, take the cow out and leave all his droppings there.
Okay, well, how about the tires?
Well, it could be lots of... When you say it's unstable, what does it do?
Slips and slides.
It slides around.
When you're starting up from a dead stop, when you're driving along, when you're stopping, all of the above, none of the above?
Anytime.
Right. Yeah, you need ballast.
Okay.
I mean, you're going to first make sure that you have good tires. You certainly need snow tires. Do you have them?
No, I don't.
Well, what the hell do you expect,
You
Pat?
don't need no stinking snow tires. Forget what he said.
You need snow tires.
No.
You can't drive around in the snow.
This is lousy. I bet you this is worse on wet roads, too.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
And if you were to put snow tires on, it would be undrivable on wet roads.
Okay.
You'll need ballast.
Well, you do need
Do
ballast.
you like camping?
Yes.
Oh,
do?
perfect. Buy a camper.
That's it.
And you know the kind that sit right in the bed of the
Yeah,
pickup?
yeah.
Put that baby in there, and you're all set.
And buy 2 of those big mirrors that you mount on the doors.
Okay.
Those weigh about 500 pounds. In fact, if you buy those, you might not even need the camper.
Well, yeah, my gas mileage. will go down to
My
0.
brother is right. It is a trade-off between snow and rain here.
Okay.
And ballast will help to solve both of the problems. Snow tires will help the snow problem, but will certainly, as we say, exacerbate the rain problem.
How about
yeah.
the ice?
Ice, nothing's going to help you. You got to
Right.
stay home on the
Ballast.
ice.
No, ballast will help in all of those because it will just
Yeah.
increase the load. It'll increase the friction between the road and
Well,
the
how
tires.
much weight and where should I put it in the back then?
You want to put it right over the rear wheels.
Over the axle?
Well, you can put it behind the rear wheels too. It doesn't make any difference.
Okay.
But you should. The best thing to use is something like bags of sand.
Okay. I had about 75 pounds in it last
No, near enough. Are you kidding? That's one bag.
Okay.
You need about 10 of those.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you need
Seriously, I mean, if you had
at least 500 pounds.
500 pounds is what you would need.
Okay.
Right now, I solved
That
that
does
problem.
wonders, for your gas mileage.
Oh, forget the gas mileage. Don't worry about it. If you want good gas mileage, buy a
Wait a minute
Civic.
now. What do you use this pickup truck for? If you got room for 500 pounds of sand back there, why are you wasting your time driving around in a pickup truck anyway? If you had a real car, you wouldn't have to carry sand around in
Well,
it.
see, now I was afraid you were going to say that, and I wanted you to say something nice about the F-150.
Well,
because
we
my
will.
husband doesn't like it.
But did you have a prepared statement about this
Would
topic?
you care to read your prepared statement before the panel?
It's my commuter car.
It's your commuter car.
Why?
Yeah, I use it to go to work.
Well, your husband is absolutely right. As always, husbands are always right. Why won't women listen to their husbands, damn it?
You're no help at all.
No, I mean, seriously, a pickup truck is a crazy thing.
He was about to say stupid.
I was going to
but-
say stupid, but I was too nice.
But he thought of me. I happen to own a pickup
A
truck.
pickup truck is really a crazy thing to use as a commuter car, unless you wear cowboy boots and you got the horns on the top
Yeah.
and you carry the
do.
shotgun.
What are these little bumps in my head?
Because the trouble with pickup trucks is that they have no weight in the back and they're all rear-wheel drive.
Well, let me tell you how I have solved this problem and what I think
take
is
the bus to work.
and I think is a rather unique way.
Okay.
You living up in the great frozen north like you do, you must have a wood-burning stove or fireplace or some other device for combusting materials that are
God's
made out
poor
of
trees. Right,
fibrous
sure she
materials.
does.
Do you?
No.
Oh, forget it then.
Takes care of that.
Well, you need to move.
Well, my brother can mail you some.
Well, here's what I do. I fill up. You need to store firewood, do you not?
Sure.
I fill up my truck with firewood.
Okay.
And it works great because as the winter goes along, the firewood mass diminishes in proportion to the amount of snow and ice that is on the road at any given time.
Perfect, so that by the
that's
time
very
spring
clever,
comes, the wood is all used up.
Exactly.
Okay.
Is it? You
I
are-
think-
You know, and
Is there any
everyone around
question
here
who the more
thinks,
brilliant of the two of us
everyone around here thinks that you're a real dummy, and you're not.
is? No.
No?
You're not a real anything.
Well, anyway, if you
That is clever.
if you had a fireplace, that would be one solution. And I tell you, I've used that for the last couple of years, and it works great.
And
Okay.
that is certainly 500 pounds of weight.
Okay, put the weight in the back.
And put the weight, that's what you need.
There's
is
no
weight.
substitute for weight.
Okay, thank you.
Bye, Pat.
Bye-bye.
1-800-332-9287.
Are you
Hello.
recommending a high-fat diet for the world?
Yes. Hello. You're on Car Talk.
How you doing, guys?
Great. Who's this?
This is George Basilla from Scranton, Pennsylvania.
All right, George.
What's up? Got an '86 Honda Civic DX. It's my wife's car, and well, basically out of neglect on our part, it doesn't really start very well in the morning.
What kind of neglect? Come on,
I-
fess up, George.
I just haven't had it tuned up recently.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And when I start the car up in the morning when it's cold, touch the gas pedal. I pump it once because it's a carburetor.
Yeah.
If I don't touch the gas pedal after that, she will start up and then immediately stall.
Okay.
I think it's the clutch. I mean the choke.
It could be the choke. It could be.
well, under what circumstances will it not stall?
Well, actually, after that, when it does warm up, when I stop at, say, a stoplight, or basically when I stop the car,
Yeah.
I'd say 50% out of the time she'll stall.
And how long does it take before it doesn't stall anymore?
Well, it doesn't. It just
It stalls all the time.
it's pretty much 50% out of the time. When it's warm, it'll stall.
Oh, even when it's warmed up. So
If I stop, yeah.
So the cold starting isn't the problem. It starts up cold and it'll run.
Well, no, it'll when
it's
it's cold
stalled-
starting, it just won't run. I have to really give it gas to make it warm up.
All right, you've got to give it the gas to make it keep running. I see. That's what you mean by if I don't touch the gas.
Okay. I know what's wrong with it.
Oh.
Well, I don't know if I know what's wrong. I'm going to guess.
Go ahead.
How much time do we have?
20 minutes. How many guesses do you want?
I think you have a vacuum leak.
Vacuum?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the vacuum leak could be a hose that's broken or come loose or cracked or whatever, but it's more likely to be one of the many valves that are associated with the emission control system on this thing.
Oh, dear.
If you notice, you have got a carburetor and then a little black box with about 5,000 vacuum hoses going to it and coming out of it. And you've got air switching things and all kinds of funny emission control things. In fact, the Honda books that we have, they don't even tell you what the stuff does. They tell you the name of it and how to test it, and you figure out, if you can figure out what it does from the name and the test, and
They'll offer you a job.
then you've done something.
Right.
But half the stuff I don't understand what it does, but I know how to test it because I use the flow chart in the book.
Yeah.
And in most cases, when I have a car that does something like your car is doing, I will find out that one of these valves is faulty.
Go ahead.
Okay? It's not something you're going to figure out.
Okay.
And but resist the temptation to have someone to get talked into replacing the carburetor,
Right.
because the carburetors almost never go bad on these things.
Okay.
There is
What about
plenty
the
of
choke?
other stuff to go bad.
Right, and it probably is not the choke either. Even
No, it
though
isn't- it isn't the choke.
seems like it's more of a problem when the engine is cold.
Yeah.
The fact that it doesn't really go away when the engine is warm indicates that it probably is not the choke. So don't let someone mess around with the choke either.
Okay.
And you can tell if the choke is working by looking at it. So that's
Okay.
easy.
Yeah.
Here's the bad news.
Oh, no.
You have to go to
Don't say
the
it.
dealer.
Oh, damn it.
Well, you've avoided them for 5 years.
Yeah,
What do you
have.
want?
You can't avoid them on this one because you
Look,
will go.
I have kids. I can't afford a dealer.
No, you can't go to successive little shops, each of which will try to replace something that they don't understand, when the dealer, in fact, this time will know what to test, how to test it, and will have the piece to replace.
See, I thought a good name for a garage would be like the Little Shop of Horrors.
My wife has been telling me I got to take it to the dealer.
The Little Shop
And
of
your wife
Hondas.
is right. Why won't people listen to their wives? Wives are always right. Why won't you husbands listen to your damn wives? If she said take it to the dealer, well, take it to the dealer.
It costs too much. Okay.
It's the stingy man who spends the most, George.
Yeah.
You'll go hopscotching around from one knucklehead to another.
Good luck, George.
See you, George.
All right. Good idea.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, we'll be right back with more calls and the puzzler answer right after this. This message comes from NPR sponsor eBay Motors. If you're like most people, there's been a time where you had to stop working on your car because you didn't have the right parts. But eBay Motors thinks the only thing that should slow your car down is the brakes, or maybe friction, but not a lack of parts. That's why eBay Motors has all the right parts at the right prices. In fact, they have 122 million parts, all at your disposal. That way, you can keep your project moving and your car not just running, but running in style. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride.
Support for NPR and the following message come from BetterHelp, offering online counseling. BetterHelp therapist Hesu Joe explains the importance of creating a safe space for therapy.
I can't tell you how many times I've had clients that say that expression, like, I've never told that to anybody. That's when I know I've made some kind of momentous move with this person. They feel safe enough to expose that part of themselves, and doing that together with somebody else can be very powerful.
To get matched with a counselor within 48 hours and save 10%, go to betterhelp.com/cartalk.
Well, hey, remember that's puzzler time, Tommy.
Is it?
Yes.
How interesting. Whoopee. Now, let me see if I can remember last week's puzzler. It had something to do with Sonia Henney. No, it didn't.
Almost.
It had something to do with cars.
All right, well, I'm gonna read the
give up.
puzzler. I actually have a text from which I'm going to read.
Because you don't remember it.
No, I just want to make sure that the people at Suzuki get this guy's name right, so they I know where to send the mail.
All right.
This was submitted by Joe Grundler from Greensboro, and I said it correctly, North Carolina. Here it is. A man and his son are driving 20 miles an hour on a gentle curve in a Suzuki Samurai. That might be the part they object to.
Why, have we got letters from their lawyers already?
Not yet. We keep getting these things that are ticking, though. I don't know. These
Don't
packages.
open any packages that are ticking.
So he's driving. They're driving around this gentle curve in their Suzuki Samurai when the vehicle flips over and rolls down a steep hill. The man is seriously injured and in fact, in a coma. The paramedics say, "Oh, he's a goner," and they rush the boy to the local hospital.
The boy.
The boy, okay, and they leave the old man there.
Yeah, the hell with him.
He's a goner anyway. He was old anyway. The doctor in the emergency room determines that the only way to save the boy's life is to perform this complicated brain surgery immediately.
Yeah.
Fortunately, one of the country's leading neurosurgeons lives nearby and is summoned to the hospital.
This is good. Yeah.
The thick plottins.
Yeah.
The surgeon rushes into the operating room, takes one look at the boy and exclaims, "Brothers and sisters, I have none. I can't operate. That's my son."
Woo. Yeah.
How could this be?
How could this be if the kid's father was in fact lying out by the side of the road underneath the Samurai?
And the way this could... This is, like I said, this is an old puzzler, and
Yeah.
we were berated somewhat for using such an old and hackneyed,
So what?
worn-out puzzler. But Marilyn Vos Savant will use it.
You bet your cookies you'll see that in the paper next week.
How could this be? The doctor was the boy's mother.
Yeah.
Do we have a winner this week?
We have a winner. The winner is Suzanne Gens from Glendale, California. And for the embarrassment of having all her friends know that she has nothing better to do than listen to this show and even write in an answer to the puzzler, she will get an autographed copy of our mediocre book, Car Talk. Notice how humble we are?
Yes. Just
Not a great book. Other people can call it great, but
Well,
it is,
we-
our humility is what makes us great.
We started calling it great, but we were reminded by many of its readers that it was just mediocre.
So she will get an autographed copy of our mediocre book, Car Talk, and anyone else.
I think it's semi-mediocre.
Oh, it's not even up to mediocre
No,
yet.
semi-mediocre.
It's
Anyway, we have a new
striving for.
We have a new puzzler. In
By
fact,
the
the
way-
next one is an automotive puzzler.
Wait a minute, on the subject.
Coming up in a little while. So
the
stay
subject.
tuned.
Remember
you
the great
too
words
can participate.
of H.L.
Did I
Mencken.
interrupt you?
The great words of H.L. Mencken.
In the meantime,
Only the mediocre can always be at their best.
in the meantime, if you have a question for us, the number is 1-800-332-9287 or that other number. I don't remember what it was. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hello.
Hi, who's this?
This is Richard calling from Cornwall, New York.
Hi, Richard. What's up?
Well, I am the proud owner of a 1985 Audi Coupe with 146,000 wonderful miles on it.
146. That's good.
Yeah, I'm real pleased with the car, but I drive a lot, and so I'm accepting the reality that I will have to replace this car someday.
Sure.
So I'm looking, and I have been to a lot of dealerships and have driven a lot of fairly expensive cars, and I'm confronted with a lot of salesman's talk, which I don't fully understand.
Yeah.
I just drive cars, I don't repair them.
Or maybe even believe.
Yeah. And I'm confronted by three terms that I'd like you to explain.
Yes. What?
I heard your explanation on the steering in the direction of the skid, and I thought it was the best explanation I've ever heard. So
Good.
I'd like you to explain to me, if you could, torque steer, understeer, and oversteer.
Sure.
Okay.
Under and over and torque.
Now, all these terms came from the cattle drives out west. When they were trying to move the cattle in one direction or another, if they
Right.
never mind.
That was a nice try, though. It was hard to sustain.
It was. If I had more time to plan it, I could have come up with something.
All of
No, I couldn't.
these terms, I'm sure, have referred to front-wheel drive cars that you've been driving.
Well, actually, one of them was in reference to a rear-wheel drive
Yeah,
car.
a rear-wheel drive car or a front wheel can oversteer or understeer.
Right, but not torque steer.
And what the salesman will say is, what else are you looking at? And I'll name the car, and he'll say, you don't want to get that car. It's got too much understeer, too much oversteer. And the common one with the front-wheel drive is too much torque steer.
Yeah, well, what happens is when you have front-wheel drive, you got this problem that the wheels that are providing the power to make you move, the front wheels, right, front-wheel drive, so the power comes right out of the engine and goes right into those front wheels. They are also the wheels that you do the steering with.
And they can do some of that steering for you depending upon how the drivetrain is configured. In other words, if you have axles that are different lengths and different masses, in some cases, one will lag behind the other, causing the wheels to, in fact, steer because there'll be more torque applied to one wheel
Right.
than the other.
See, if one wheel, think about it, if one wheel wants to go faster than the other one, let's say the left wheel wants to go faster than the right one, then that will have the tendency to make you feel as though you are turning to the right. And you will turn to the right because the left wheel will be driving you right around the corner.
And in fact, you will turn to the right, and that's the result oftentimes of having a left axle that's shorter or less massive than the right axle, so the power gets there quicker.
Unfortunately, what happens when you have this situation is it tries to correct itself. And so you stomp on the gas pedal, and the car goes wherever it feels like going. And that's not good. And that's part of the reason that we don't like certain cars that have front-wheel drive and have way too much power.
I like all cars. That, by the way, is what's called torque steer.
That's
Okay.
torque steer.
Now,
The understeer and the oversteer things, as their names imply, some cars oversteer. In other words, when you make your turn, it'll turn more than you've turned it, or seem to turn more than you've turned it.
in other words, the front end goes tighter to the turn than you've turned the wheel.
Correct.
Okay.
And the understeer is the opposite of that.
And that's something that you're going to have to decide for yourself if the car oversteers or understeers too much for you. It depends on how you drive it.
All cars will do either or. Is that right?
Well, there are some cars that don't do either. Those are the ones against which all this other stuff is measured.
No, but what Richard means is if it oversteers, it does not also understeer, and that's correct.
Oh, right.
If you have a car that oversteers, it does not understeer.
Okay.
Because it's a function of the construction of the steering.
Unless you get one with the special over and under steering package.
Right. I mean, if you have torque steer, that sort of feels like over and under steer at the same time. So you don't want a car that does any of those things.
All right.
But
I don't think.
But you're not gonna be hard pressed to find one that doesn't do at least 3 of them. Good luck, Richard.
Thanks a lot.
All right,
Sure.
bye.
Well, by accident, your thumb hit the subscribe button for us, Click and Clack the Tappert Brothers. More calls and a new puzzler coming right after this on Car Talk. This message comes from NPR sponsor Capital One. Ready for a new ride but not sure where to start? Try the tool designed to make car shopping and financing easier. With Capital One Auto Navigator, you can find a car and get pre-qualified instantly. Then see your real rate and monthly payment without impacting your credit score. It's so simple you might feel like you're taking the easy way out. That's because you are. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Terms and conditions apply. Find out more at CapitalOne.com/Auto Navigator.
Hi, we're back. You're listening to NPR's Car Talk with us, Click and Clack the Tappert Brothers, and we're here to answer your questions, fix my brother's shorts that are riding up on him, how does Scarlett O'Hara get to Ireland?
Boat.
Are you ready for
Have you got a new puzzler?
Have I got a new
Yeah,
puzzler?
you've got a new puzzler.
Here it is. A customer came in the other day, and he said...
Oh, another one?
No,
That's
wait,
the second one this year.
And he said, hey, guys, he said, I was looking under the hood of my car, and I noticed something interesting. He said, I decided it was time to flush the cooling system and all that. And I've done this in other cars, and when I usually do it, I take the thermostat out, and I put a can of fast flush in there, and I let the environmentally unsound ingredients from the flush and the antifreeze go down the sewer in front of my
nice.
house. But he said, here I am, ready to take the thermostat out, and I can't find the thermostat. Now, for about a millennium, or maybe a little longer, thermostats have always been located right where the top hose attaches to the engine, the top radiator hose.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to find the thermostat, you'd find the radiator, which is
That was big black thing.
that big black thing in the front of the car.
Yeah.
Okay, and you would find the hose that attaches to the top of that, and you would follow it to the engine, and voila. Under that little water outlet or thermostat housing, as it's sometimes called, there is the thermostat.
That's why it's called the thermostat housing. Because it houses what?
the thermostat.
The thermostat.
He finally does find his, but it is located in the bottom hose. He
Ooh.
follows the bottom hose to the engine, and there is the thermostat.
And he said, after saying, Sonia, Henny's tutu.
Sonia, and his thermostat. Why is the thermostat in this car? And there are many cars that have it like this. I mean, all Hondas and many Toyotas, and there are many, many cars on the road, modern cars that have the thermostat located in the bottom hose and not the top hose. Why this change? I mean, for so many years, it was the other way around. Why did they change? And there are 2 reasons.
Reason one
want-
and reason B.
We want both of them.
Ooh. So in order to win this puzzler, you must give question answers A and 2.
Or send in $50. One of the if you know the answer, or even if you think you know the answer, or you want to communicate with us in some other fashion, or for some other reason,
For some other reason, yes.
write to us at Puzzler Tower,
Yes.
Car Talk Plaza,
Yeah.
WBUR, 630 Commonwealth Avenue, Boston,
Our fair city?
Mass. 02215.
Ma. Not
We've
Boston, Mass. Boston,
Ma.
Ma.
We've gone back to the old address style.
because
Just another change to
it's
keep
just
everyone on their toes.
I think we should do that.
1-800-332-9287. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hi, guys.
Hi, who's this?
This is Nance. I'm calling from Louisville, Kentucky.
Nance?
Nance.
Hi, Louisville. What's up?
Well, I have a Pontiac T1000, 1986, and when I drive up to stop signs, it seems to be real tired. You know, like you get up to a stop sign and it decides it's nap time. And
Now, lest anyone not know this,
Yeah.
this is a Chevette.
Everyone knows
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Not everyone knows this.
it's a
She might,
Chevette with a different label.
yeah, she might be
Correct.
trying to sneak by, making people think she owns a Pontiac, the mark of great cars. But this is a Chevette in Pontiac's clothing. But anyway, it seems tired.
Yeah, like every time you slow down, it decides it's nap time and it shuts off.
And the engine just dies.
Oh, it stalls.
That's it. No more car. Starts right back up again.
Starts
but,
right back up.
But every time you slow down, it poops out.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what have you had done to it? I mean, this might be easy.
Well, I took it to the shop, and they said there's nothing wrong with it.
Did they drive it?
Yes.
Did it happen while they were driving?
Apparently not.
Apparently not. And are they questioning your veracity?
Either that or my sanity.
Or your sanity? They're saying, Nance, you're crazy. It doesn't do that. Or why? I don't understand why mechanics do that.
I don't.
Someone comes in and says, "Look, when I come to a stop, the thing dies," and they say, "No, it doesn't." You say, "It does." I mean,
It depends.
Why can't they just trust
There are
you?
many mitigating factors. One of which is if there was a ball game on that afternoon.
No, but it makes. They can either say, "Yes, I believe Nance. It does happen. It didn't happen when we drove it, but I believe her that it did happen when she drove it." Or they can say, "Nance is a little wacko, and she's coming in here with this contrived story telling us that the car stalls when in fact it really doesn't. Why would she be doing that?" Just goes to show that automobile mechanics are a bunch of very strange people.
No, it's their way of saying we couldn't reproduce it.
Exactly. It's their way of saying we don't know what it is and we don't know how to fix it
No.
and we don't care to think about
We
it.
don't care to think about it because we don't see any money to be made here. For example, when you took the car to them, if they had asked you to spend $100 exploratory costs, you would have said what?
You're out of your mind.
Right, and that's why they said you're out of your mind.
Oh, so a good offense is the best defense.
Right. No, so they wanted to make sure that they got rid of you right away. And someday you'll come back and when it's doing it. And if it's doing it all the time, they'll figure it out. Or somebody will figure it out.
Yeah, it only does it about 50% of the time. But sometimes it does it when you turn corners or when you just slow down. I don't even have to come to a stop and it dies.
Well, has it been tuned up recently? Or have you stopped doing that?
I don't think so.
You don't think you can't remember when it was tuned up?
No.
How does it run at high speed?
Fine.
How does it run at low speed?
As long as I'm not slowing
As
down
long as
for
you're
a
not
stop sign,
stopped.
it's perfect.
How about zero speed? I mean, when you first started up in the morning and it has had a few minutes to warm up, does the engine run? This is a silly question. I was going to say, does it run absolutely smoothly? And then I remembered what this car was. I mean, does it run reasonably
We can't all
smoothly?
drive Cadillacs.
That's true, but we don't have to drive Chevettes.
Well, some of us do. Nance does.
No, we don't have to drive Chevettes. Nance knows that she made a mistake. Maybe she likes it. You like this car?
Not really.
No one
It was
liked
cheap.
No one liked a Chevette.
No, it was cheap.
But no, seriously, when it sits there and just runs at idle, does it run reasonably smoothly?
Yes.
When it does run at idle, when it doesn't run at idle, it doesn't run smoothly.
Because it ain't running at all.
You could have something as simple as a clogged fuel filter. You could have an EGR valve that's hanging up. You could have dirt in the carburetor.
And
Any
it could
number
be
of
something
things.
even simpler than that. It could be that the idle speed is set too low. And so, under normal circumstances, the thing will run, but when you're coming to a stop, it may not make it.
Okay.
Only because it's running too slow.
But this thing has a computer-controlled carburetor. It has various sensors that are reading different functions and are changing the throttle position. So it could be that, in fact, the motor that moves the throttle isn't working correctly. The throttle position
time.
sensor could be faulty. There are many things. The first thing they should do is check it for codes, see if any codes are stored in the computer.
Okay.
And I don't know if they did that, but they should at least do that.
Have you taken it to the dealer or to a local garage?
Oh, I took it to a local garage.
The dealer didn't want to see you, huh? No.
Well, I'll tell you guys, the dealer is up in Marquette, Michigan, like the Upper Peninsula, Youpers.
Youpers. We know all about Youpers. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so you don't want to go there.
You are right to bring it to the local garage because this is really, at the moment at least, not the kind of problem that should require the dealership and certainly not a Youper dealership.
Okay. Well, and I just wanted to let you guys know that not all Youpers think that a bug zapper and a six-pack of beer is quality entertainment. Even though I am a transplanted Youper.
Okay. Well, we were just quoting. Thanks for your call, Nance.
I liked it.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Well, another hour of NPR's Car Talk has mercifully come to an end.
Oh.
Our producer and staff gas chromatologist is Dougie Berman.
Yeah.
Our assistant producer in charge of CH4 production is Don Jennings. Our engineer is Jennifer Bugsy Loeb. Well, she has inherited the Bugsy title. Our technical advisor is John Sebastian Lawler, who has his rightful middle name now.
Yeah.
Our dean of the Department of Automusicology is Papa Ken Rogers. Our public opinion pollster is Paul Murky of
Murky Research.
Very good. Our automotive medical researcher is
Dr. Denton Fender?
I thought it was Denton Fender.
No, that's his French cousin from Montreal.
Okay.